Hello, my ramens. Welcome to the Ramen Shop. I'm your host, Nenorama, and I have a guest today. This man is the Bob Ross of music. This man is able to show you how to be the best producer in existence if you listen to him. This is genuine.
What an intro, man. Thanks for having me.
Oh, no problem, my dude. We needed just greatness on this podcast every week, and I knew who to call.
Damn, dude. It's such an honor.
Oh yeah. For those who don't know, Genuine is a music producer slash mixer slash acapella extraordinaire slash launchpad extraordinaire slash so many things. Just so many things.
I only did a Launchpad video, well, technically once, but if you count the, what is it, the MIDI fighter, then technically twice. And they're part of the same song, too.
You went in ham and you did Brokey Brokey and Doki Doki. And so it's just like you've done technically two songs and you went crazy for both. So
Yeah. Oh, my God.
care to introduce yourself a little bit?
Yeah, sure. So, hi, I'm Genuine, and I work on a lot of music projects on the side, which is probably where you know me from. I worked on a lot on a few of the people within nerdcore, the nerdcore community. I worked on their songs a lot when it comes to mixing and stuff. And actually, I worked on a few of your songs too, Nan.
Yeah. For those
Yeah.
who don't know, he helped mix and master "Time to Be a Hero." So we have to thank him for that because it only sounds as good as it does because of him.
Oh, thanks, man. You gave me a solid foundation to work on. So.
Yeah, I try.
Oh man.
uh, so, for those who also don't know, this dude is an utter weeb and a great friend of mine, and we have many a discussion on weebiest of things.
True
True,
though.
true.
To be,
So,
to
if
be
you
honest,
want
I'm
to
a
know
closet
anything,
weeb.
anything about, I don't know, a Daki Makara or a good figure, you got a boy you could talk to. So,
Oh man, dude. Like honestly, I feel like I'm a closet weeb. I haven't watched anime in so long. I miss it. I've been
oh
just
yeah.
spending all my time mixing and stuff.
Yeah, like I feel like that's just a theme when you grow up a bit. You're just like, do
I
I have
know.
time for this? No. Shoot.
Yeah, dude. It's like when you grow up, you slowly start to realize that, oh, great.
Yeah.
Responsibilities.
Responsibilities. Do I want these? No. I want to watch anime
No.
in my room. Please.
Oh my God. My
uh,
life, dude. My life. Let's be real.
honestly, like I want to, because I've slowly been getting back into anime recently, and it's been fun. It's been a good time. I've been enjoying it,
Hmm.
but like,
Yeah.
it's kind of been like a little bit of a culture shock because I'm just like, oh dang, this was what it felt like to watch a show in a day. I missed it.
Dude, I miss that feeling, dude. I miss
uh,
that feeling. I remember, I think the last anime that I watched from start to finish was, I think it was called The Familiar of Zero.
oh, yo, you watched all the way through the Familiar Zero. Nice, my dude.
Or was it The Familiar Zero? I feel like it was the one with Zero Two in it. I
No,
don't
no,
think
no,
it's
no.
called
That's
no,
Darling in the
that's a different,
Franks. That's
yeah,
Darling in
Darling
the
in the Franxx. Yeah,
Franks.
yeah. Darling in the
The
Franxx. Okay,
Familiar
to be
Zero.
fair, I did watch The Familiar of Zero, but that was
Yeah,
a way
long
long time
time
ago.
ago. Like,
Yeah.
oh,
I just remember it had something 02 in it. So I
yeah,
was like,
yeah.
oh, the familiar zero. I was like, wait, no, that's
No,
not.
no, no,
It's
no.
different.
Yeah, because Zero Two is of course just big old waifu from the train wreck
Are
that
you
is
like,
Darling in the
is she a
Franks.
wifey for you? That's my
No,
question.
she's
She's
not
not?
she's not
Okay.
my type. The thing is like she's hot. She's definitely hot. She's many people's waifu. If Dalvando ever hears this, he Zero Two is his number one waifu. Period.
I can see why. I was actually gonna go into that. I feel like
Uh huh.
guys who are subs would die for fucking, yeah, would die for her.
Uh huh.
Guys who are subs would die for fucking, yeah, would die for her.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like Subs would definitely die for her.
Hmm.
I can see it though. She's very attractive.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to slightly edit this because there's no swearing.
Oh shoot, I didn't know that. My bad.
No,
I
no
should have known.
worries.
My bad.
It's just like, yo, family friendly. Every now and then, I'm worried because family will be like, yo, I'll have to listen to your podcast someday. We're like, yeah, yeah.
Okay, I'll keep that in mind. I have a potty mouth. My bad.
No, no, no. It's fine. I rarely have to edit, but when I do,
My bad. Sorry to give
it'll
you
be
more.
fine. It'll be fine. They'll just be like mother and then nothing, and they'll be fine. And then they'll hear us talking about how I had to edit it out, but it will be fun because this is still going in.
Yeah.
The chaos that is this podcast.
Yeah.
Like 02. I don't know. I don't think there was any big time waifus for me in Darling in the Franxx. I think there was characters that I could see a lot of people being like, okay, this character's my waifu, for sure.
Mhm.
I could see why people like Ichigo. And I could see why people like 02. They just ain't my types.
I feel that.
Yeah,
Yeah, I feel that.
because I finally did finish it a couple of months ago. Oh, dang. Like, it was good until like episode 17. Like, I know the exact episode where it all started going to crap. And it was that episode where they had the wedding, and then government's like, yo, nah, y'all kids, you can't get married. Marriage is illegal, bruh.
Oh dang.
Yeah,
I
it was that
I
episode
remember
and afterwards that I no, no,
for
no.
me I enjoyed it, but then like after a lot of people said like they didn't like the ending, I was like,
Mhm.
huh, you're kind of right.
Like,
Like the ending, I felt like it was rushed.
oh, very much so. It was super rushed, and you can definitely tell. It's like going into it and knowing the shows that it took inspiration from, mainly Gurren Lagann. They
Mm-hmm.
try to copy that ish, and they did
Oh, they
it
did.
badly.
Oh, damn.
I was like, okay, like if anything, it's actually in like my top 10 worst endings, and that's
Oh wow,
oh yeah,
that
like
says a lot.
that says a lot. I've watched a lot of ish by now,
Yeah.
and like with Dalvando as well, he didn't like it, like he, dude. He loved that anime so much, and a lot of the problems I had as well, he just didn't have. Do you know what his main problem with the ending was?
What?
That they didn't end up together, technically.
Oh my gosh.
He's
Oh
like,
my gosh.
they're like they die. They're not technically together. No. It's like, bro, that's not the problem here. Okay, so, yeah, yeah,
That's
yeah.
not the problem here. The problem here is the story.
Yeah, for those who who haven't watched Darling in the Franxx and have listened to this podcast before, we don't give a frick, so we say spoilers.
Sorry, by the way.
Oh no, it's totally fine. I was the one who spoiled first. So, like,
Yeah.
like, she turned into a mother effing ship. Like, that made no sense at all.
I
I understood their quote unquote symbolism, and it wasn't good symbolism either. Stop.
Mhm.
Why? No, stop.
I feel like at that point, for me, when I first watched it, I didn't really know about like
Uh,
what a good ending was or what a bad ending was. And plus, to be honest, at that point when was able to watch it, before that, I haven't watched as much anime at
yeah,
all.
yeah.
So I was like, oh, I had a few days of
Mhm.
extra time, and so I ended up watching it, and I was like, oh, okay, great.
Mm-hmm. Like, legit though, I just like, I could see it, like, because there were some anime that in the past I would now say had a bad ending, but I just didn't see it as a bad ending.
Hmm.
If I would be like, well, it was sad, but that's why I didn't like it. But it's okay. It's a fine ending. And then I think about it, and they're like, no, that was actually pretty garbage. That made no sense. Because there's like a couple of shows that do like the Darling in the Franxx type ending. And it's honestly like insane why they try that. Because I think it's because they want to be they want to be like, okay, now most of this show it was bull crap with fan service, but we have our
Oh,
deep
true.
ending though. What?
True. Okay, to be
Consistency's
fair, I
key
think
though.
Darling and the Franks has very heavy fan
Oh,
service. The way that they put each other on the ship, come
mm-hmm.
on. Come on, dude. That view. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I
Oh yeah.
that's heavy. If you don't that like if you're telling me that's not fan service, then I don't know what fan service is.
Mm-hmm. Like
Cause like out of all the positions, dude,
all the
out
well,
of all the positions you could have set the characters
I
to
mean,
be.
the show started off with fan service. Zero Two naked in a lake with a fish in her mouth. Like, you knew what was going to happen. The entirety of the show's meaning was about sex. That was one of the main
True.
themes and backgrounds and like heavy implications of the show. It's like people are, all these kids are horny and they want sex. Uh, it's like, oh,
True.
yo, some
I'm not gonna
girls
even.
want to get with girls. That ain't probably gonna work. Some guys are gonna get with what guys. That probably ain't gonna work if you know. Japan, weird way of portraying that, but okay.
Yeah, yo, Japan's gotta increase their population count though.
Well, they do gotta increase their population count, but the
They
thing
do
is,
whatever they can to do it.
they're like, guys, you gotta be on the up and up. You can't just let it go to all the girls. Oh, yo, okay. I think we're gonna be talking about Japan actually quite a bit in this episode, because like, okay, so at my current job, I have a coworker who lived in Japan for 2 years, and
Oh
I've
shoot.
been hearing stories, and I was like, yo, is this what Japan really be like? And he's like, oh, dude, you know it. He was telling me how, because he was part of the same church as I was. He's not anymore, but like, so he
Hmm.
was a missionary. He was doing religious services, and he and his companion went up to a door, knocked on it, and the lady started trying to seduce the boys. Immediate.
Wait.
Oh yeah, right then and there. She was like, "Yeah, I can let you come in. I can also let that come in." And she like points, and they were like, "Oh," and they just left. Like, cause apparently, women in Japan they're the ones that go on the hunt. They're the ones that hit on the guys. Cause the guys are
Mm.
like the type to be more introverted and more like, I'm not going to hit on a girl. That's not right. So the
That's so
girls are
strange.
yeah. So the girls are the ones doing that, and I was like, I didn't even really think about that, because I remember years ago seeing that was the case, and that's one of the main reasons why population's
Mhm.
low, because guys ain't doing anything, and now that the girls are being a lot more assertive, they've just become business women, and they ain't got no time for a relationship.
Oh,
And
that's true. Yeah.
yeah, and so like that's one of the big things. But that just made me realize that, yo, if you just want a girl, you could go to Japan and they would be the ones that if they find you interesting, they'll hit on you.
That's such a crazy thought. Like usually over here, like
Oh,
in
guys
California and the
have to.
US in general, it's
Oh
like
yeah.
we have the standard. We have to be the first, you know?
If we don't no message, then nothing's gonna happen. And you're like,
Yeah.
they're like, I want a guy that goes after me, that puts in the time and the effort. And I'm like, okay. But
Hmm.
what about girls doing that? That would be nice. Every now and then,
Yeah.
that would be appreciated.
Yeah, every now and then that'd be nice. Like I'm just
Hmm.
imagining. Imagine if you go to Japan
Oh yeah.
and you get off the plane and say, "Hey, I like you."
What?
It's like, "Oh, wait."
I eat. uh, okay, I didn't expect this, but like, okay, it be like this. I'm down.
That'd be pretty funny. Like, oh my god.
Yeah, because things that I found out is like, I think I'm just in the right skin range to where they won't be detracted and not attracted to me.
Mm.
Because Japan be hecka racist, my dude.
Oh damn.
Yeah.
I wonder what like I kind of low key wonder what like Japanese people think about like other people.
Well, they talk about it. So here's the thing, with our generation, they're a lot more open. They're still like low
Mhm.
key internally racist in some aspects, but they're not like as bad as like even 10 years ago.
Mhm.
Because one of the most closed off countries in the world still is Japan. Like,
Mhm.
so they just don't know. They just don't see these types of people, and you just look at it and see it, and it's interesting. It's more like, hey, you white, they eye with that. They frick with that. They want that actually. I'm like, okay.
Mhm.
If you're Asian, okay, you're still in the frick with you kind of jazz, but like, there's a lot of
Mhm.
Asian people here. Now, if you're
Yeah.
black, ooh, I don't know, something seems off about you. Kinda just, they're like, yo, those people exist. They're not just in movies. Dang.
Interesting. Wow, I
Oh
never thought
yeah,
of it that way.
like
I
there's
think it's
a.
because.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
like I
sorry,
was
go ahead.
gonna be okay, cause there's a TikToker who's this cool African American dude who teaches Japanese students in Japan,
Mhm.
and you just find out all this low key racist stuff these kids say, but he teaches them and just shows them what is proper. Like
Mhm.
like I think it was 2 weeks ago I saw a TikTok and he's like, one of my students was like, "Why is your skin dirty?"
Oof.
And he was like, "Okay." He stopped class and he explained. He was like, "Here's the thing. There are people with different skin colors. There are people that look like you. There are people with whiter skin. There are some people with tanner skin, and there's people with my skin. My skin is not dirty. So
Mhm.
just in the future, don't say that to anyone else that's of my race, because they're not gonna be happy." So
Yeah.
like, yeah, and you just find out that these kids, they just don't know. They're just surrounded by people that look like them.
Mhm.
So I'm
And I
like,
feel like at that point, it's like lack of exposure, I guess
mm-hmm.
is the word I'm trying to look for. Yeah, lack of exposure where they've never seen it before. And kids, they're brutally honest.
Oh yeah,
When
yeah,
you
they
walk up to a
absolutely are.
kid and like they tell you you got something wrong, you got something wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Like when once you get to a certain age, I don't know when that age is for certain people, but sometimes it's just like better kept inside. But kids have no filter. It's like if they go up to someone and it's like, "Oh, you look ugly," it's like, well, damn,
Well,
I guess.
yeah,
Well,
like,
dang, I guess, you know?
yeah. Like, I just think about it. Like, I also hear just how brutally honest Japanese people are in general. I'm like, oh dang, because apparently,
Mhm.
if you have facial hair, that's just or mostly hair in general, that's apparently
Mhm.
pretty unattractive. And I was like,
Wait, what?
oh yeah, that's a thing.
Oh, hold up. Pause this podcast. Let me go shave real quick. I'm kidding.
Oh,
But wait, dude, there are some guys that look so good in a beard.
I know, right? But the thing is, like, that's just, I think it is just a flat out cultural thing. There's even some friends that we know, uh, I'll talk about it later, that also agree with that sentiment. And I was like, oh, shoot, really?
To be fair, it's hair is a preference. I feel like looks, it depends on the person.
Mm-hmm.
It really depends on the person. But like in a relationship, I can see why females prefer no hair, just because when it gets into like the close contact area, imagine kissing somebody and they have like a lot of hair. It's just not comfortable.
Yeah. So that
Yeah.
person that said in chat, she
Hmm.
also agrees.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
Yeah. I was
Yeah.
like,
Yeah. She's
really?
told me.
I was like, what the fuck? And I found, and it's like I hear stuff like that, but then I see in videos there was Sea Dog VA did a video talking about his experience dating in Japan, and he has a beard.
Oh, I think I've seen that one.
Yep,
I think I've seen that one.
and
Yeah.
how on one specific date, a girl mentioned 7 times throughout the date, you should shave. Actually, just right when he met, he was like, "Oh, you look good. You should shave." He's like, because Oh, facial hair. That's dirty. That's not good. If you want to be clean and be popular with the girls,
Mhm.
then shave. Because if you don't shave, that's just not clean. That's just wrong. That's unattractive. It's like,
Mhm.
whoa, what the
That's a
frick?
really big cultural difference too. Because
Yeah.
like there are some people who I think look really good in a beard,
Mm-hmm.
and then when they shave it off, it's like, bro, you just lost your identity there.
There are some people that it is that they look so much better with that beard. And you're like,
Yeah.
dang. Oh,
No, I agree.
there's some
Like I
people
think
where I
a
just
really
can't
good
imagine
example of this
them. Mm-hmm.
is I don't know if you follow tech YouTubers, Linus Tech
Oh,
Tips.
yep, yep.
Linus Tech Tips, he looked he said it himself, and like a lot of his coworkers are
Mm-hmm.
like he looks like a lesbian without his beard. I was like, dude, like if you watch his roast video, it's like an hour long of people roasting him about his looks and how he wears socks and sandals. But like when quarantine hit and he grew a beard, dude, he looks pretty manly.
Mm-hmm.
He looks very manly.
Yeah, he starts getting that Captain America beard and is like, oh, I freaking
Yeah.
that nice.
Yeah, if his voice if his vocal tone dropped a few octaves, ooh,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, he'd be Linus Tech Tips, and like he'd be like, "Oh shoot, oh shoot, Linus Tech Tips." Okay,
Yeah,
now he's just Linus Tech Tips.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah. Oh yeah, people know the difference because Linus Tech Tips and then Linus Tech Tips. Like, ooh.
yeah. Now you got not just the male audience who are in here for tech. You got the female audience who is in here for tech
Mm.
and then some.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. There you go. They're like, I don't know what he's saying, but at least I can.
But I like it.
But I can stare at this for a while now.
Mhm.
uh, thinking about it, it's like I don't think I could date in Japan, but I definitely want to visit. I definitely want to see Japan and just like be there for a while.
Dude, I agree. The only time I've been to Japan was for a 13-hour layover.
Mm-hmm.
It was one of the best layovers I've had because it was here. It's a pretty funny story. Me and
Mm-hmm.
my little brother, we had a we were actually flying to Vietnam to visit family, but then I had to go back early because at school. And so what we did was my me and my little brother flew back early, right? The only flights that were available was a really like a flight with three layovers and a flight with one layover.
Mm-hmm.
And the one layover was in Japan. The only problem is the layover was 13 hours. I'm like, wait, it's in Japan.
Mm-hmm.
Who cares?
Oh yeah.
I'll stay over there for a week if I want to.
Oh,
Um,
dude.
that would be
Oh,
great.
cause.
But then, oh,
Mm-hmm.
go ahead.
Oh no, no, you could go ahead.
Oh, okay. Well, so yeah, we had the 13-hour layover, and we were just sitting in the airport, like debating on whether or not we should leave
Mm-hmm.
because like it's 13 hours, right? You could do a lot within 13 hours. If we subtract 3 hours for going in and out of the airport just to
Mm-hmm.
scan back, that's like what, 10 hours?
Yeah, it's 10 hours.
A good amount of time, right?
Oh yeah.
And it was daytime. The only problem was it was raining.
Mm.
Yeah, and so I was like, huh, what should we do? And so I was talking to my brother, and it's like, you know what? Like, we had a civil discussion. We were like, okay, what's the benefits of leaving? What's the benefits of staying in the
Mm-hmm.
airport? And we just decided to stay in the airport because number one, the only person that knew some sort of Japanese was my little brother.
Mm-hmm.
Um, two, if we left, we wouldn't know how to get back in
Mm-hmm.
because like I don't know how the airport security system stuff works within a different area, like a different country.
Oh dang.
So we were like, you know what, let's just stay here and we'll just have fun in the airport. And so we visited every single store. And oh my god, this was when we just watched Nisekoi, by the way.
Ooh.
This will be relevant. I promise. We were going through all these stores and there was a bakery.
Mm-hmm.
And me and my brother was like, "Oh, let's see if they have the generic anime foods and stuff." And there was this one, I forget what it was. Um I don't even remember what it was, but it was something that my brother was like, "Oh, this is from Niseko. I don't know that I would cook this." And we were like, and we bought it. Oh my god, it was so funny. Yeah,
Otaku nerds in a freaking nice.
that was 4 years
Nice.
ago when I was actually pretty invested in anime.
Yeah, yeah,
So, like, oh
yeah.
my gosh, I look back at that moment. That was so funny. And like, what was really memorable was this is kind of, I don't know if it's like boring, but like for me, when I don't, this was when I was working on my remix of uh Nandemonaya
Yeah, yeah,
actually,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
and
Okay.
I was like, wow, I get to work on a Japanese remix in
Ooh,
Japan. I was like, yo, dude.
yo.
So that remix actually has some like personal stuff for me. Like
Yeah,
I had that FL project in Japan and I was working on it
absolutely.
in Japan.
Hmm.
And
Oh
it's like,
heck
whoa.
yeah. Yeah. That just makes me think of how much fun it will be to go on a trip to Japan. Cause
Mm.
like there's just so many sites. I just remember back in 2015 just being obsessed with like if I'm going to Japan, I'm learning about everything that I need to go to. And like
Mm.
I found out so many cool things in Japan. Like there's a freaking sauna beach where the sand is steamed and
Wait,
yeah, there's a beach where you can just go and they will bury you in the sand up to your neck and it will be steaming your body like a sauna.
oh shoot.
I was like, yo, that would be so cool. And there's all the different types of foods. Of course, us freaking otaku nerds would love to go to Akihabara and just lose all
Mhm.
of our money.
Dude, I spent so much money in the airport alone.
Oh my gosh.
I was like, great. There
Yeah.
goes my wait,
Like, we're just gonna
freaking.
have to make sure that to keep you away from the Dakimakura shop, just be like, okay, you're banned
Just
from
keep
this
me away from
store.
anything anime in general, dude. That's what
Oh no
gets to
no.
me. If I see anything with REM or anything with 2B, I'm going to like
Ooh.
take my money.
Like, take my money now. I'm sorry. You just look behind us. You're like, I'm sorry. You're gonna have to pay for my food for the rest of the week. I'll pay you back. To be here I come.
Speaking of 2B, actually, dude, you know the game that you showed me?
Yeah, yeah.
Dude, I got her.
Ooh.
Yeah. It was actually pretty easy. You just have to play a little bit and you get the character. But I want
Yeah.
A2 so bad.
Oh yeah. Like, I think it's a pretty fun game, and I just like Yoko Taro. Yoko Taro makes a cool world, and
Mhm.
having 2B, that's nice. I like me some 2B.
Dude, 2B is great. To those who of you who are wondering what the game is, it's actually Sin O Alice.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, but yeah,
Yes.
I just started on this game and it's like I want A2 so bad. I've been grinding on this game like crazy to get her, and all
Mm-hmm.
the loot boxes. I'm like, oh my god, just give me A2 already,
Just,
please.
just give me the wife. Give me her.
To be my wife, but having a compliment buddy doesn't hurt too.
Oh, yep, yep. You're just like, I need to fill the harem up just a bit more.
Mhm. Yeah. Oh my gosh. A2 though,
Mm-hmm.
she's great.
Oh, she fine.
She's good.
Oh, yeah.
But I feel like people who like A2 would like 02.
Yeah.
Yeah.
'Cause 02. 02 is nice. Like,
It's kind of like my same opinion with AA2. It's like they're both really nice.
mm-hmm.
Probably not my cup of tea, but their character designs are fire.
Mm-hmm. Oh, they on point.
Hmm.
I feel like that's just like one of the big selling points, though, when it came to that game. People were like, okay, robots and fighting. Oh yeah, I've seen that in a couple games, but to be in that booty though.
Dude, the camera work on that game, dude. You
Oh,
know, it's
dude.
actually really funny. You get an achievement
Yep.
if you try to look at her bottom
Mm-hmm.
when you're climbing up the stairs, and
Yep.
you hold like if you're climbing up the stairs, right?
Yeah.
Or not stairs, sorry, ladder, and
Mm-hmm.
you hover the camera over her booty and you just leave it there. she ends up like wiping her outfit,
Hmm.
and the camera resets, and you get an achievement if you do that 10 times, I think.
Oh my gosh.
And I thought that's so
Nice.
funny because that means the developers intentionally knew
Oh
that
yeah.
people were gonna do that.
Well, yeah, it's because Yoko Taro is like one of the chattest of game developers. Like, he's so cool. On Twitter, he was just like, guys, I know I made it in life. This woman came up to me and asked me to sign her boobs. And of course, I did so happily.
Dude, that's when you know you made it. Oh
Oh,
my
yeah.
god.
That,
Signing a
yep.
piece of paper is one thing, but signing a body part.
Mm-hmm. You're like, million subscribers? Nah, now signing some boobs, though.
Well, to be fair, that's like a whole different wave. That's like a whole different level of famous.
Oh, yeah. That.
But then, like, if they sign your body part, how would you? You wouldn't be able to preserve that on it,
Well, no,
obviously,
no, no. It would be
unless you
it would be
have a
the
tattoo.
photo and like or a video experience of having that person sign the body part, and then you can just show off, yo, this
Mhm.
happened.
Yeah,
But
but that'd
like,
be.
that'd
Imagine
be awesome.
if someone asked you to do that.
I'd be down. I would be like, okay, do I have a big enough sharpie so then people can see the signature now? So like, it's like, okay, that that's a pretty yeah, momentous occasion. Like, I need a photo of that as well. So like framed on
For
the wall. It's just like in the background of the videos. You're like, yo, what's that? I'll be like, oh, this is one of my prized possessions. This is a photo of when I signed this lady's boobs.
oh my god, that's so funny.
Oh, it's it's so funny. It's like it's one of the classic things that you're just like, oh, you drive NASCAR, you've signed some boobs. Oh, you do football, you've signed some boobs. Now it's you're a game developer or YouTube. Oh, oh, you signed
Same.
some boobs.
Oh man. Speaking of fans, actually, have you ever had any like fan interactions that you were like your most memorable fan reaction?
Oh, the most memorable fan reaction. Like, I'm trying. Like, if I think about it, because there was the only time that I've ever signed something, and that was MomoCon last year. When we had that
Mhm.
one fan come up and was like, "Oh, we want your signatures and everything." I was like, "My signature? Of course."
Why,
It's like
of course.
one tear slightly sheds as you're writing it down.
I've been noticed.
So I've been noticed. I
Oh man.
think it was one time I went into a VC and people were like, and some girl screamed. They're like, oh, "It's Nenorama!" I was like, they know me.
You're like, wait, what?
Like, what? Somebody fangirl over me? The, the, Nani the frick? Like,
Wait.
wait, this happens? Oh, I like this.
I like this.
Oh,
Oh my god. Wait, so what happened? Like, did
oh yeah.
you came in this VC chat and this other person was like, "Oh my gosh, it's Neno, right?"
Yeah, pretty much. And I was completely surprised because usually it would be like, "Oh, what's up, Neno?" Because they just be chill for some reason.
Hmm.
But that was like the first time someone really like freaked out that I joined in and was like, "Okay, I love this. More, please."
Give me more attention.
Yes, it's like this. It's like the small orphan that comes up and wants seconds. I want some more attention, please.
A fine serving of attention, please.
Just a slight crumb of attention. It'll set me for the entire year.
To be fair though, getting recognized for your work is
Oh,
so cool.
it's so
Like
nice.
I went to Anime Expo this one. I forget what year it was. I'm pretty sure it's the most recent one,
Hmm.
2019, I believe.
Okay.
And it was actually Dan Salvato. He had a not Dan Salvato fangirl over me. I
Hmm.
wish.
No,
Oh my
no,
gosh.
it's-
But So what happened was I was in line for the Doki Doki Literature Club autograph thingy, and I was dead last because I almost missed it,
Mm-hmm.
and so I went in line, and these like group of girls in front of me were singing Doki Doki Forever,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, wait, wait, what? And I was just like I was like, wait, that's crazy. Cause like that's always been something that when I first started making music, it was always something that I wanted, where people would just like casually just sing the song and I'd recognize that, hey, that's my song.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was just like waiting, and then they were like a fan of basically the whole entire nerdcore community. They were singing the whole entire like
Mm-hmm.
Doki Doki Literature Club soundtrack basically from other people, and then they started singing Doki Doki Forever, and I was like, wait, what?
Ooh.
And then I was like, I turned into one of them. I think I was gonna say supervisor, like no, but like the grown up of the group, because it was a bunch of little
Yeah.
kids.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh, are they singing Doki Doki Forever? And they were like, yeah. Uh, and then one of the girls turned around, was like, wait, is that is that is that? I was like, wait, you know me? What?
Mm-hmm.
And then it's like, are you the one that works with Oreo? And I'm like, yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, uh-huh. And she was like, oh, and then all these, like, literally, I kid you not, as soon as I said yes, everybody just turned around within the group. I think it was like 7 people. They
Mm-hmm.
turned around and they ran up to me and they were like, oh, can I get your autograph? Oh my God. Can I get what was it? A Polaroid picture? And I was like,
Yo.
um, yes. And like I just gave them autographs, and they were so cute. They were like, oh my gosh, can you tell Oreo I said hi? Can you do this? And it's like, sure, that's wonderful,
Ooh.
great, yeah. I was like, oh my God, is this what it feels like? Because like
Yeah.
the only before that moment in Anime Expo, it was
Mm-hmm.
actually in MomoCon too,
Oh.
where I was sitting in the back, and like you know how the main people were having autographs and stuff in the
Mm-hmm.
front. I was just sitting in the back, and everyone was giving autographs, and like a few group of people were like they went all the way around to the back, and they were like, "Hey, can we get your autograph too?" I'm like, "Wait, I'm not anybody though." I think this was back in 2018 or 2019 or something.
Oh dang.
Um,
Because
oh
if
wait,
you
no, it wasn't in MomoCon. Sorry, it was San Japan. Sorry.
okay, so that's
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
2018.
I always get those two confused.
Mm-hmm.
But they went all the way around to the back, and they were like, "Oh, can we get your autograph too?" It's like, I wait, what did I do to deserve this? It's like I don't have my name publicly out yet. It's like, oh, you work with Oreo, right? I still want to get your autograph. I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
wow.
Yeah.
Someone recognizes me for my work. And that was such an inspiring moment that honestly just kept me to go like push music forward.
Mm-hmm.
And then Anime Expo pushed it even more. And then I told Dan Salvato about it. He's like, yeah, I know Doki Doki Forever, great job. I'm like, you're anytime, anytime. Let me
Anytime.
know when the next game comes out. Free future based soundtrack for you.
There we go. Like, I think the one time that I was just like, well, there's been like a couple times where I've been surprised due to fan stuff because they didn't
Mhm.
know I was there, or that the people who were listened to that experience where they were listening to my stuff, that they were friends of
Mhm.
mine. And it was interesting.
Mhm.
So I had, so one of my friends, she works at a race track,
Mhm.
and while she was there in the lobby, she heard some kids going, they're like, "I want away." She's like, "Oh, that sounds like a song that a dork made." And it was like, "Do you know that song?" It was like, "Oh, I do, I
In
do."
fact,
And
I know the person who
well,
made
she
that.
didn't say that. That's the thing. She was like, oh, I know. You know, like, I was like, okay, okay. And then one time when I was at college, there were some high schoolers that were playing Smash across from me, and they were
Hmm.
just like, "Well, of course, if Waluigi's in, then we all gotta scream, I wanna win." They were like humming the tune, and like, what the fuck? Just,
Yo, that's like achievement unlocked right there, dude.
yeah, like finding people in the wild that know your stuff. I'm like, whoa,
Mhm.
whoa.
Yeah, there was actually another one too where I wouldn't say fan interaction because it was
Mm-hmm.
actually in school. I signed up for a music business class, and this guy he came. We were getting to know each other,
Mm-hmm.
because it's like one of those open little things at the very beginning of the class. It's like, oh, what's your background in music and stuff? It's like, oh, I do music production and I do these songs with these songs. And then once the class was over, he's like, oh, dude, I want to get to know you more. We do production stuff, right? And then I was like, yeah. And it's like, yeah. So you mentioned you worked on Doki Doki Forever, and I was like, yeah, yeah. That was my one of my original instrumentals actually. And he was
Mm-hmm.
like, oh shoot, dude, my girlfriend's actually a really big fan of that soundtrack. I was like, thank you. What? It was so casual too. I was like, whoa, people in
Whoa.
college listen to this? What?
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Oh, it's always great when you find people of age that listen to your stuff. Because it's like, of course, I'm grateful to those many a children that listen to the songs. But having people that are around your age that can appreciate it, really, it's so
Yeah,
nice. It's so
yeah.
nice.
That's kind of like why I really love like creating tracks in general. It's just like because I know it connects people together, and I think it really shows within nerdcore like
Mm-hmm.
really well, where like you create a track, and if it's memorable, it will stick. Um, but for me personally, like I want to create a track that's memorable within the trend
Mm-hmm.
and without the trend as well. Like it's
Yeah.
something where like I don't know if you get the same feeling, but whenever I listen to tracks back in like the 2010s, it's like, oh wow, that was a time,
Oh
you
yeah.
know?
That
It's
you
like,
can
wow, that
definitely
was a
recognize
time
what
when
time it was because you're just like, I can hear exactly what specific sounds and programs they used at the time. A lot of those
it's like,
people
oh man,
use
back when
this.
IS replay was on, like was
Oh
the hit.
yep,
Akon
yep.
was the hit.
Oh
Pain
yeah,
was the hit back then. Oh, good times.
fracking,
I want to do that. I
Far East
want to be able to
movement.
do, and I feel like it's starting to happen with Doki Doki Forever, and a part of me is really happy. Like it's like wow, like I'm the soundtrack is literally a part of people's lives now
Mm-hmm.
because of how big it's gotten,
Oh my
and
god.
I'm like wow. Although my name isn't officially on the song,
Uh
it
huh.
just shows me. It's just like I was able to contribute to a person's memory in a
Mm-hmm.
positive light.
Yeah, yeah. Like, like there's a couple songs that, well, my name aren't isn't like in the title of the song that I helped with, and I'm just like, they'll always be like a highlight for me in terms of like career and what I've worked on.
Mm-hmm.
Mainly "Scared of You," the Slender Man song I did with Dolvando and CG5 because Tobuscus sang it, and
Oh,
Tobuscus was like one of my childhood YouTube heroes. So I'm just like, and he's singing the lyrics that I Mother FM made. Holy frick! It's like,
that's crazy. Imagine like going up to your idol.
mm-hmm.
It's like, wait, what?
Oh my
Oh my
gosh.
gosh, when I first did YouTube and stuff, I was like, actually, it was when I was meeting everybody for the first time within the nerdcore community. I think it was for the
Mm-hmm.
Christmas collab.
Yeah.
I was like, wait, what? The
Mm-hmm.
musical Ghost? Bro, I've heard your stuff
Oh
before.
yeah.
What?
I know,
And then the
right?
back when Ghost comes back to me, he's like, "Bro, your mixes are good." I'm like, wait, this is
Ooh.
not for me. This is for you, dude." I was like, "Holy moly, dude, this guy is man,
So
that's crazy."
cool.
Like,
Like I just remember all that when when I first talked to Caleb Hiles. I was like, "Yo, what the frick? This is so cool." meeting Will in person, that was insane. Of course, the same thing with Ghost, because I remember, like, I had like this conversation with the boy as well not too long ago, where I was just like, the first time I listened to your track was both when me and Charlie were working on a We Are Number One remix, and
Uh-huh.
that was back in 2016. Charlie was below 3,000 subscribers, and
Mhm.
we looked up to the musical Ghost because we were like, yo, this dude made the best We Are Number One remix. Like,
Mhm.
it's electro swing and it sounds so cool. Look what he's done as well. He did this for Undertale remix. Yo, that's so dope. And then years
Mhm.
later, me and him are working on a track. I'm like, what?
It's crazy, dude. I remembered back when Undertale was really big. I had a lot of friends who were so into Undertale,
Mm-hmm.
and they would always show me remixes of the musical Ghost, and that's kind of how I got into him in the first place.
Yeah.
I wasn't really big on like I wasn't the like I don't want to say big fan of him, but it's like one of those where I knew of him and I
Mm-hmm.
was a fan of a few tracks,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know, because like I didn't really I wasn't subscribed to him. I knew what he was. I
Uh-huh.
followed him within the context of just uploading, casual follow, not like dedicated follow.
Yeah, yeah.
But then the fact that I was able to meet this guy, it's like, wait, what?
I know, right?
Bro,
Like,
bro, what? Yo, this guy wholesome, like wholesome AF. Like
oh
I
yeah.
freaking love this guy. Like he's
Oh,
awesome. He makes really memorable tracks. Like, oh my god.
like in terms of, because there's only been one time I've been starstruck, like legit starstruck. Like with the rest of these people, it was still like a cool experience, but I was just like, I was still chill with them. I was like, yo,
Hmm.
you're just a person. It was like, great. But then there
Hmm.
was the time where I met DJ Smell in person.
Oh, you
I,
fangirled for
I've
DJ?
had a fangirl for DJ for a little bit, because because we were going to hang out at this place with DJ and Kyle, and Charlie, for his
Hmm.
birthday, and then
Hmm.
the night before I met, I was just like, oh yeah, did you know that DJ is the guy who did "Stronger Than You" remix? I was like, wait, what? That was my number one song of 2016. Like, I listened to that hundreds of times.
That's crazy.
Oh yeah, like I had it down. I had memorized it. I was singing it in the shower. It was like it was everything. And then I was like, wait, I'm meeting the guy who did that? What the fuck?
Man,
Oh yeah,
dude, imagine that though, but with someone else, and then the song being your song.
oh my
Like your
gosh.
Waluigi song. Like imagine that. Like you're about to meet up with your friends and they invited this other friend and little did you know this other person they invited was a huge fan of your stuff.
Oh, oh
How
my
cool would
gosh.
that would be like, oh my god.
Oh, just imagining that, my heart was just like, oh whoa, that could happen.
Hmm.
Give me
Yeah.
that. I want. That would be great. That would be such an awesome experience.
It's moments like that that's so inspiring for me to just continue doing the stuff that I do, you know? And I feel
Mm-hmm.
like it goes to a lot of creators as well. Their fans really help with keeping the um keeping the train going, because
Mm-hmm.
if you're creating stuff and people like it, it just motivates you to keep going, you know.
Oh yeah, like
Yeah.
legitimately, I just want to make stuff so then people enjoy it. Like that would
Hmm.
be so cool. Because the more, because there are of course the people that are just like, oh, I do it for the views, and then there are those that are like, I do it so well, then I can make the people who watch and listen to me happy. And I'm like,
Hmm.
I hope I
Yeah.
fall more into that category, because like that, if anything, it is one of the big motivations to me to make music more, because it's like
Hmm.
that community and all the reactions, and I feel like the idea of meeting people's, well, meeting more fans and getting big enough to where people can recognize me
Hmm.
and be like,
Yeah,
yo, I was having a
that's like
bad
a
day, and then I listened to your tracks, and I'm like, oh,
those stories always get to me. It's like, oh man, like if my music has that effect on people, that's wonderful. Like,
honestly,
oh,
give me
oh,
some of
wait,
that.
wait, hold up. What is your dream collab? Your dream collab. Like
Ryan
if you
Higa.
could pick anybody. Okay, okay, I get,
Big
yeah.
easy. Like, dude is the reason I even was like, I need to become a YouTuber someday. Like, he is easily one of the biggest inspirations for like my style of comedy, for understanding myself more, for a lot of things. Like,
Hmm.
Ryan Higa is such a big influence. Love that band.
Man, I remember watching him back in the good old middle school days.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh, his How to Be a Ninja. I ended up actually recreating that for um a performance,
Oh,
like like
nice.
word for word,
Whoa.
like copying it for one
Yes.
of my school's freaking shows because he needed something to perform at intermission. I was like, oh, I can do this. And me and my
Mm-hmm.
sister ended up just copying How to Be a Ninja. It's a DVD for you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so freaking funny.
Oh,
I look back at it.
oh, that reminds me of something. I forgot about this, but there was a fan experience that I found in the comments where this kid said that for his talent show, he did the Waluigi song.
Wait,
Yeah,
no
yeah.
way.
And I was like, what? And he was like, so he's like, wish me luck. And then afterwards, he was like, they found it really funny and they loved it. I was like, yeah,
Yo, dude,
yo.
you got into a talent show.
Oh,
That's a whole nother level right there.
that's a big old level. I'm pretty sure that there's probably somebody who did a Doki Doki Forever at a talent show, though.
I've seen people perform it at cons, so if they did it at a
Mm-hmm.
talent show, I honestly would not be surprised.
Oh yeah. So,
Yeah.
like that's just awesome. That's a big old goal because that just makes me think again how back in the day we were the ones that at talent shows were like, oh, I'm gonna do this song or like, oh, this popular YouTube song, I'm gonna perform this. And now we're the people
Mhm.
making the stuff for people to perform.
That's crazy to me. That's ridiculous. Sometimes I'm like, wait, I have the project file on my hard drive right now.
Mm-hmm.
And that is like, who knows how many times it's been played now? Like, who knows how many times people like have
Mm-hmm.
played it?
Oh,
It's crazy. It's crazy to me. It really is. It's like, whoa. Like I have the original stems and a lot of like for me, because I every time I listen to a track that I love, I always want the stems for it, just to listen and dive deep into it and to see
oh yeah.
exactly how they made the track, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how many people are like that, but for me, that's every time I listen to a song I love, it's like, please give me stems. I want to dissect it and be able to understand the song even deeper, you know?
Oh yeah, you know that somebody's a true fan if they go into the stems and want the stems.
Oh, for sure, yeah. And I feel like with the well, with going back to my Launchpad project, a lot of people wanted the original project file for that,
Mm-hmm.
for the thing, and I was like, I number one, I can't give it to you because technically it's not my song anymore because Oreo paid for it.
Mm-hmm.
So what if if I could release it, it would be up to her discretion.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Number two, it's like stems. I can understand why people don't release their stems to the public. It's because
Mm-hmm.
it's one of those things that you hold really intricately, and it's like if somebody can flip your song, and it gets
Mm-hmm.
into negative territory. But I like to think that people aren't that bad when it comes to like flipping stems and stuff. For me, when I look
Yeah.
at stems, it's always an educational experience.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
it's more so how. Well, it depends on people's intentions, of course. But there are
Hmm.
those that do want the stems because they want to learn more about it and then copy your style, which is flattering,
Hmm.
but also like, no, 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 no.
I
um,
feel like copying and being inspired by is actually a two completely
well, there
different
are two
topic.
differences. Because if you
Yeah.
are just like, I want to do something similar but my own, that's inspired, I'd say. But copying it exactly, that's,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that's trying to
Yeah.
take it.
Like if you're trying to like I advocate for copying when it comes to learning production For example, if you're using Doki Doki Forever and trying to remake the instrumental and stuff to learn
To learn,
and
then
to
that's
learn how
totally
to
fine. If
produce
anything,
and
I
yeah.
encourage that. If people want to
Mhm.
learn music, that's one of the best way to learn to produce is to
Yeah.
try to recreate songs that
Mhm.
you love.
Yeah, and that's actually how I got into music production. Funny enough,
Mm-hmm.
where I went back, going back to like my middle school, high school ages. I opened a YouTube channel and did saxophone transcriptions originally,
Yeah.
right? And me thinking that, oh, I like me being the person who always wants to increase the quality of my videos. I was like, okay, I need to find an instrumental, and the problem is copyright, right? So if I take a song from somebody else, then it's copyright infringement.
Mm-hmm.
And so me in my middle school, high school days is like, oh wait, if I make the instrumental myself, the copyright police won't get to me. That's not true, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
um, that's kind of how I stepped foot into music production, where I started off making instrumentals of other songs. And little did I know, doing that taught me number one, sound design,
Mm-hmm.
right? Where how do I get this exact sound? How do I remake this sound, right? Number two, it taught me about sound and song structure, right?
Mm-hmm.
Verse, chorus, bridge, chorus, and that kind of thing. Like how long should a verse be? How long should a chorus be? How they blend together, how the transitions are. And
Mm-hmm.
those two things are really, really important when it comes to making original songs. Because if you've made a instrumental, all you need to do on top of that is just add lyrics to it
Mm-hmm.
at that point. So I think starting off production by learning to make instrumentals is a really good way to um, build your ear training
Mm-hmm.
as well as your skill sets really quickly. Although I know it's not something a lot of people like to do, it's
Mm-hmm.
just for me. It's what I did, and it's what helped me get started into production. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Okay. Okay. Like, because it's one of the main things that I do recommend for people to do, but I don't. I don't really think about how there are probably some people that just be like, "Oh, I just want to make my own songs."
Yeah, some people are like that. You never, because like
Yeah.
I know. Oh my gosh, this goes back to my col. I say my college years as though I graduated, but I'm still in college. But um, back when before this Corona stuff hit, I would always I would be in hanging out in the library when I'm in between classes, right? And
Mm-hmm.
I'd open FL Studio, and I would have like my library setup is they have a TV so that you can do group presentations in the library to practice and all that, and so I would
Mm-hmm.
use the TV as a second monitor, right?
Ah.
And so I would have my plugins and my playlist on the TV monitor, and then my song playlist in the second monitor. And so producers would come and see. It's like, yo, this guy produces. Let's go talk to him. And so they come up to me and they're like, yo, want to check out my SoundCloud? And I'm like,
uh,
are you gonna add me to your cult following? Is that all you wanted to get to know me for?
those
Like,
peeps.
sure, I'll check your SoundCloud, but I'm not gonna get a good impression of you, to be honest.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Like I just like I understand the hustle. I really do.
Oh,
But
I feel that. Yeah,
also,
but I feel like it's not the right way to hustle.
it
You
is
know?
not the right way to hustle. Like it was for a bit. To, like I'd say early 2010s and the 90s and 2000s, sure. But we're in an age where if you do that ish by now, people are just annoyed. That's not gonna help you.
Mm-hmm.
Because if
Yeah.
anything, it's just gonna be like just just promote yourself on like social media and wherever you can that way, or and then or just IRL start talking about it
Mm-hmm.
and
Yeah,
if
and
you bring it
I
up
feel
IRL,
like
you don't have to go nuts with it. Just like every now and then, if somebody's like, "Oh, what do you do for fun?" "Oh, I make music." Like, "Oh,
yeah,
sure."
it's like it naturally leads into there, and it entices the person you're talking to want to get to know you more, both
Mm-hmm.
as an artist and as a person. Versus,
Yeah,
hey, can I get your sound? Like, let me get your or no, listen to my SoundCloud, bro. Like,
yeah, yeah.
It's
listen to
like,
my SoundCloud.
okay,
Like, dude,
sure,
I'm
but you're not
making
gonna get
fire
to know
tracks.
my yeah. I'm like, I feel like it's um, I don't want to just like categorize a bunch of people, but like SoundCloud rappers
mm.
kind of do that. I noticed
Yeah.
whenever I'm producing in the library, a lot of people come up to me. There are SoundCloud rappers who want to make it big and try to get like the money, and they want to get good quick without the work. It's those types of people where it's a really big turnoff for me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because if you're gonna go into music just for the money, I guess,
Yeah.
but you have to be really, really big in order to do that.
Yeah, yeah.
Like really big.
Like there are some people that they've gotten away with it because they actually did some pretty decent stuff, and now they're big because of it. The freaking Chance
Mm,
the Rappers of the world, where they started
mhm,
out as SoundCloud rappers, and now they're just really good big artists. Like, okay,
mhm.
but if you're like, oh, dude, listen to my track, and I've only done that twice, and it was one of the most funny experiences because of just how bad it was. Uh,
Mhm.
this one
Yeah.
dude, I remember looking, and the the album
So-
art, my man, it was something to behold.
Oh, those people who share their SoundCloud but their art isn't on point. Like I get it. You know, hustle,
I
starting from
know.
somewhere. I understand that. I completely understand that.
True.
Sometimes I look back at that. I'm like, wow,
But the
this
thing
guy's
is,
hustling.
this
Like,
dude probably bought and commissioned somebody to do this. That's the thing. And I was like,
or they
oh
did it
no.
themselves.
Like, okay, but you've got to know what the freaking album art was. It was this dude, he was banging Jesse from Pokemon while he was
Wait,
flying on a flying Charizard with Blastoise blasters.
okay, I'm sorry. What?
Yes. That was this was the album cover for this dude's EP. And it was I was like, "What the wait, bro? No. No. No.
Okay, no
What?
on so many levels.
There's so many levels. Like first of all, like who told you it was a good idea to put Pokemon characters in your Pokemon OC and all this stuff, and you banging characters from Pokemon on the back of a Pokemon?
Sometimes I question some people's album art. I didn't think it was that bad.
Oh well, yeah. Like I can question some of the less quality stuff, but like when it's that, when is legit just like insane? Like why does this exist? That you're just like,
Mm,
bro, I'm sorry, my dude. What is
mhm.
going on with you? Can you stop? Never do that
Yeah.
again.
Oh my gosh, it reminds me of oh, the the okay, so my producer name is Genuine, right? And the amount of people who have this name on Spotify and all these other stores, it's so like it made me consider changing my name at one point because
Yeah.
there are people in that have the name Genuine who are legit the typical SoundCloud rapper. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, and they upload stuff on my stuff. And the first time I've seen it, I saw it was this guy's album art legit was, I think, a guy's stock photo of a money, and like the background is blue and it's like clip art of like dollar bills and
Oh
a house photoshopped in the background and like a girl photoshopped in like a corner. I'm like, bro, what?
no! What the fuck?
I could have done a
No!
better album art blindfolded.
I
Like,
know,
what
right?
is this? Like,
Bro, these people
yeah.
sometimes I don't understand it. I think like sometimes I wonder if they do it badly on purpose. Because I remember seeing one on slaps.com in the nerdcore section where this dude's album photo is just like, of course, like this girl's booty, and then a meme of Patrick going in to be like, I'm gonna lick that.
Oh my gosh.
I'm like,
Like,
what
if
the?
you're going to go full meme, I understand.
Yeah.
Like, for example, Pink Guy.
Oh yeah.
right? If you're gonna go full on it, if you're gonna make a meme thing, just go full. Like I will rather appreciate something that is full meme than meme only for the art, and then the song is like serious. But at that point, like I looked at the art. The art is an interpretation of the music, and so
Yeah.
if they don't match, it's like wait, you know, it's
Yeah.
like what?
Like they
Yeah,
just
and like I listened to the song of the guy with the photoshopped house and the girl in the corner and everything. I'm like,
mm,
I don't.
yeah.
I'm not a fan.
Like that's just not good. Why are you doing this and all that?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
good lord.
yeah. It's like legit the generic. Oh, I got money, I got hoes, I got everything, blah blah blah. And I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, okay, okay, sure. Not my cup of tea, to be fair,
That's
but
never been my cup of tea when it comes to the rap scene. And if anything, that just makes the people that stand out, the people who are genuine with their music and have a good message with it, oh, so much more important. Like I need
yeah.
more of that. And if they do put in like the drugs and the money and the stuff, if they do it creatively, then you get bonus points.
Yeah, if you do it creatively, like that's wonderful. But
Mm-hmm.
like, oh man, like that kind of makes me want to change my producer name sometimes because of the fact that my name gets cluttered with other artists named with the same name. Like I originally named myself Genuine because originally my name was Jay Nguyen,
Yes.
right?
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I going into college as a freshman, people would be like, "Oh, what do you do for fun?" It's like, "Oh, I do music production," and they're like, "Oh, wait, you do music production? Wait, no, let me see your stuff." It's like, "What's your artist name?" It's like, "Oh, Jay Nguyen." It's like, "Oh, how do you spell the last part?" And
Of
then
course.
I get so many funny interpretations of Nguyen. Like it's so funny.
Well, yeah,
I
because
got
I've
yeah,
heard
it's
that there's
like
different
Jay
pronunciations.
Nguyen.
Yeah,
What?
there's yeah,
And so I was like, you know what? What's the next closest thing to Jay Nguyen?
genuine.
Genuine. Okay, sure, great. There's my new artist name.
Well, if
You
anything,
cannot mispronounce or misspell genuine.
yeah, if anything, that's actually just a good story behind the name, and it gives you, in my eyes, the right to use it a bit more.
Yeah.
Like, other
Thanks,
than
man.
like, yo, I'm the only genuine rapper on this site. No, you ain't. No, you ain't.
Prove me wrong, and then I'll give you my name.
Yeah, there you go. If anything, you're
Yeah.
probably like the biggest artist right now with the name Genuine, I think, that I've seen at least. So that just,
I hope
I
I
think,
hope it stays that way.
I think it'll stay
There's
that way.
also Genuine, who I'm
Okay, well,
competing
of
for.
course, Genuine
Fun.
is completely,
Genuine
but that's
is
he's only big for Pony, but like,
to be honest, I didn't even know what the song was until I searched my own name up, and
well,
then
yeah.
Genuine Pony came up.
Well, yeah, because that's the thing. Every time I want to search up your music, I'll search genuine, and of course, you will show up, but the first result is always genuine.
Dude, I want to make it to the point where I remove his from the top list and it's me
Oh my
with
gosh.
like an original or something.
Yeah, someday you'll be able to make a song that has over 109 million views, like Pony, and then you can get there. People will be like, okay, dude's big enough to surpass Pony. He's the true genuine.
The true genuine. Yeah. I've got
Uh,
so many pronunciations of genuine. Is it genuine? Genuine? Genuine?
it's genuine. If anyone says genuine, kick them down. Say stop it. Just like,
Stop.
stop. You violated the law. Like,
You violated the law. That's funny.
yeah, there's no way that that's correct, and I will never take that as a way to say yes. This is how you say genuine, because it's not how you
This
say
is how you say
genuine.
genuine. Genuine or whatever.
You're genuine.
How did genuine? It's like,
Yeah,
ugh.
like
That doesn't sound good.
yeah,
Actually,
I
now that I say
know,
it, it's like,
right?
eh.
You think it might be some dude from the town. Now that's some genuine person. Nope. Stop. Get away.
Please, please don't. I appreciate the thought, but
No.
no,
Uh, someday though, I
man.
could just I'll be. You're like, okay, how do I know you're the real genuine? You bring out the REM body pillow. See, there we go.
Stop.
You ain't. I know you're the real one now. No other genuine has this. No other
Oh, you
genuine
right.
put in the money for that.
Oh my God, you right though. Okay,
Oh.
to be fair, to be fair, it was a good cover. Okay,
Yes, it's a
you
very good
cannot you
cover.
cannot doubt that that was a
Oh,
beautiful
I
cover.
will not doubt that. That is a very nice cover. Someday I'll get a really nice cover for my own Dakimakura. But at the moment, you're just like the penultimate of like, he's a true weeb. How do you know he spent over this much money on a body pillow cover? Bow down now, now.
I guess that makes me God. Okay.
Well, dude, because that's the thing. It's like a weeb can watch 300 shows, but if he hasn't put in the money to buy something that's not like a Blu-ray of a show, he ain't there yet. he, he ain't in the
Yeah,
weeb
no, I
sphere.
agree. Actually, oh man, my most. Oh wait, I wanted to go into this. What is your most prized anime possession other than a body pillow, obviously?
Okay, at the moment, it's this REM figure I bought because it's my first figure that I ever bought.
Mhm.
Because I found it at a convention, and like that's my big thing now is that I will always at least buy one thing from a convention, and if it's a figure, bonus. Um,
Mhm.
it was towards legit the end of the day, and I just go and I was looking, and I was like, oh dang, there's a REM figure. I go up and I was like, how much is that? He's like, $35. I was like, okay, sold. Give it.
Give it to me now.
Yeah, because it was. I'm guaranteed it was the only REM figure within that price range in the entire convention, and it was like going home and being like, "Yo, I made it. I got my first figure." You know, it was like a great experience.
And
So,
I remember, my most prized anime possession is actually not a figure. Funny enough,
mhm.
it's actually very close to a figure. Like
Is it the
my second
Nendoroid?
most favorite thing, is my figure of Hatsune Miku,
Is the
that
Nendoroid?
the Nendoroid Hatsune Miku that they made to support the back when I think
It
the
was the
Japanese
tsunami.
the
Yeah,
tsunami hit Japan.
yeah.
Yeah, that's my second. My number one prize. I don't even know if it counts as anime because I'm just gonna count it as anime, but the piano score book for
Yeah,
Near
yeah.
Automata
I remember when you got that.
is my most prized possession.
Yeah, that's pretty
Yeah,
dope. Like,
yeah.
like I already know that eventually there will be a day when I get my first Nendoroid, because it's like I want to start a Nendoroid collection. Because
Bro, your name is Nenorama. If
Nenorama,
you don't
that's
have a
why. I
Nendroid,
know.
I'm going to like
I don't
what?
have one yet. I need to get one, and like, because I would definitely got to start one, and someday I'm going to just find that Nendoroid and I will buy that ish, because they're just better Funko Pops. They're just way better
Honestly, they
Funkos.
are much better fun. Yeah, I never got the like hype behind Funko Pops. I
Well,
think that's how you pronounce it.
it's because it was probably the cheapest and best way to start a collection at the time. Because
But now I think
it's
that
like because
backfired because
10 to 15 bucks for just like this tiny little plastic thing from a show you like, that's not bad. But now that people know there's quality and Nendoroid has come in and was like, yo, uh, we about to show you up. Here's something that's actually good, that looks like the character and doesn't have big old bug eyes. Like, okay, I and and they've been just doing really well. I mean, if you have a mother effing Albus Dumbledore Nendoroid, you know that they've branched out in the right way. Like,
yeah,
oh,
man,
someday I'll have my Nendoroid collection. Yo, okay.
someday.
Here's one thing that I don't think I'll get to. Who at this within like the next 3 years, but if it was to happen, I would be down. Is to open up a PO box,
Oh shoot! I think
dude.
that would be pretty cool,
That
actually.
would be
Yeah.
so cool. I would open it mainly expecting just fan letters, and getting fan letters at all would be awesome. But the
Man,
idea
having
that they might send you stuff, that might be. I feel like that would be really cool. Be like,
hmm
yo, a fan sent you the Himiko Toga Nendoroid. I was like, haha, I'm not a fan of this character, but this was sent by a fan, and of course I'm gonna proudly present it. Like,
hmm
of course I'm gonna get like freaking meme ones like the Shrek Nendoroid.
Oh no, the Waluigi
Oh
Nendoroid, dude.
yeah, the day the Waluigi Nendoroid comes in, I'm gonna just have a freaking wall of that by that point.
You right.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
They're like, oh, my favorite anime. Let me send it. And it was like, okay, that'd be cool. And then I get Judy Hopps Nendoroid.
Man, I would need so much space if I bought every single figure that I wanted.
Oh,
The life-size
absolutely.
Rem
Dude,
is
that's insane.
jeez.
Jeez. If anything, that's just going to be next to you. Every time you stream, it's just going to be right next to you 24/7. You're like, I need to get my value out of this.
If I had a weeb set, like a weeb setup, like I would buy that so that I could write it off as a tax return.
I don't think they'll accept that one. They're like, okay,
Hey, if I'm using it for a video,
true.
okay?
If you
If I'm
use it
using it
for
for
a
streams,
video
it's
and
in the
use it in the
background of my
background,
streams.
you'd have to
Like,
fight for that one. But I think you could probably get it because if like the Anime Man and Giguk and the rest were able to do it, maybe we could someday.
you right. I just have to make anime songs or whatever.
Yeah. That's it. This is the time. Everyone who listens to this, send messages to Genuine on It's Genuine on Twitter saying, make anime songs. We need
Oh my
anime
God.
songs from this boy.
I mean, I haven't. For me, I don't know. Like I remember us talking about it. R&B and anime. I don't know if that would
Oh,
fit.
dude,
I
it
don't. I
definitely
don't know.
could. You could make it fit.
Well, we'll see. We'll see. We'll
Okay, yeah,
definitely see. The only time I can see R&B fitting with anime is uh for very
Sure.
explicit anime
Well, of course.
video.
If you can
Let's just say that. Keep it PG.
Oh, yeah, keep it PG, but
I don't
it's
know if I'm allowed to say it, but yeah.
of
Let's just
course.
say very explicit. The
What
explicit side of anime.
yes, the off-brand anime, if you may.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like that's the only time R&B would fit.
I don't think it's the only time. There are plenty of romance shows. There's plenty of slice of life shows that could fit. I feel like if you get people to be like, okay, I ship this couple. Search up the song. There's an R&B song talking about them. People finna be like, oh, this is gonna be on my playlist for years to come.
That's true. Okay, speaking of that, is there an anime couple that is like your dream couple?
Oh, dream couple. Ooh. Okay. There's so many good couples that I've liked throughout the years. I feel like
Mhm.
Onodera mixed with the main protagonist from Nichijou. Well, no, Nisekoi.
Mhm.
That was a great
Mhm.
one. Um, there's some waifus that I'm just like, I want them to be with me. uh,
I mean, isn't that the reason why they're called a
well,
waifu?
yes. Like,
You want to?
because if there's like a number one waifu for me, it's Belle Dandy from Oh My Goddess. Like, oh,
Have I seen her before? I don't think I have.
I've
Or maybe
talked
you
about her
showed me a
before. I've
picture.
shown you her before, and I've showed you figures I've wanted of her before. But she's a bit of an old school waifu, but she's just so good. She's so good.
Hold up, send me a picture. I need a
Yeah, yeah,
mind
yeah, yeah, yeah,
refresher
yeah,
on
yeah.
it real quick.
I, I'm gonna look it up, cause this is a legit goddess. That's her character. She's a goddess, and boy, does she act like one. And I love it. I want her. Belle Dandy. Okay, images. Like she a mother effing queen. Okay, copying that image. And it should be sending right about now.
Oh, okay. Wait,
The
the
blue girl.
okay. I can definitely see why.
Oh yeah. And the thing is like she's one of the sweetest characters. Like she is like she can protect you, my boy. Like because of course goddess level she like was able to almost destroy the world kind of power. uh uh she like she's a big fan of cooking. She's has a beautiful voice. She just knows if you're not doing well and tries her best to make sure that you're happy. I'm like, oh, I need that. I need
I
that.
need I need that support.
I need that support. Give me that support. Like, in the show, I feel like her and the main guy, they're a great couple. I want that kind of relationship.
Hmm.
Like,
Man, dude, she okay. I'll be honest. She looks pretty good.
oh yeah, she's pretty fun.
There, she looks
She
pretty
has
good.
one of the
Yeah.
best figures I've seen in my life. Okay, if I search up Belle Dandy figure, because this figure was is rare because it was for the anniversary, like I think the 25th anniversary of the show, and it's I think they only made like 100, but I will get one someday. Uh, there's the link to
Hold
that.
up.
Look at that one.
Whoa.
I know, right? The exquisite detail, the base. For those who are just listening, and it is an anime figure of her of Belle Dandy, and the thing is like she is sitting upon pretty much her dress is like swirling up as an angel is coming out, and I was like, oh, it's godly. It's
It's
great.
good, but it's so pricey. Holy
I
moly!
know, right? Um, there are some people that sell it for half a grand, but like, dang,
That's half a grand is.
that's still a lot. But think about it, 100, I think, were made. 100 or 1,000 were made.
Oh, I was gonna say it's $100 or $1,000. I'm
No,
like,
no,
that's a
no, no,
pretty
no, no,
big
no,
price
no,
gap, my
no, no.
guy.
That's how many were made.
That wait, okay, that's rare at that point.
Mm-hmm. There was about 1,000 made, and and it's insane. Like, there's another good figure that's more uh, available, as in you could buy it now, and it's a decent enough price, I guess. Like I'm sending
Mhm.
it right now. That one.
Oh, that one's pretty nice.
Oh yeah, this one is Belle Dandy sitting on a rocket motorcycle thing in a sweet looking outfit. uh, so like Belle Dandy is my top waifu still to this day. But there's
I can see why,
mhm.
for sure.
Yours is Rem your number one?
I Okay, if we were to speak about anime only, I wouldn't count 2B because
Mhm.
technically 2B is not anime.
Well,
Um,
we wouldn't count because the thing is with waifus, you can add the games, you can add video games. Because some people's waifu is like Zelda from Legend of Zelda, so like you can add games.
it's a tie, honestly, between Rem and 2B for me.
Okay, okay.
Slightly leaning more towards 2B, but not by very much.
Okay. 2B does have it going on, so makes sense. Like,
Hmm. Yeah.
move.
So that's my choice. Unless another character artist decides to just kill it with their artist design and
Mm-hmm.
make me
Fall in
attracted
love with
to
another
a character.
character. Yep. And that's gonna happen. There's a lot of shows you haven't seen yet. And there's a lot that I
Hmm.
like. Like, have you watched Heaven's Lost Property?
Oh, I have.
Icarus is in
Icarus.
like my top 10.
Icarus can, yeah, Icarus can get it for
Oh yeah,
sure.
she
She
can
can,
get
she
it.
can get it.
Like,
She can get
she,
into the list.
whew, she is so fine. And other things, well, we won't say on a podcast, but like, oh, like she's great. I think we could end around here. It's been an hour and 25 minutes.
Oh shoot, has it?
Yeah, this just happens when we have conversations. I think this made for a fun podcast with a lot of topics, and we went in. We had a fun time. Um,
Hmm.
Thank you everybody for listening. Uh, Make sure to follow Genuine like everywhere. He's Genuine on YouTube, Genuine Music on Discord. It's Genuine on Twitter. Genuine, is it Genuine Music on Twitch? Or is
Oh,
it?
it's so my usernames are really inconsistent. I should fix that, but for now it's genuine music.
Okay.
Literally type it's genuine music on Twitter,
Mm-hmm.
genuine music on Twitch
Okay.
and YouTube. It's genuine.
Yeah, yeah. So Genuine Music on Twitch. Follow his Twitch streams because whenever he streams, it's a good time to join. You get to listen to that Bob Ross voice for hours on end, soothing your soul. Uh,
That's one way to put it.
oh yeah. Um, it was so good to have you. Make sure to also follow subscribe to this channel because this is my second channel, RamenTV. Um, if you would like to, it would be very much appreciated if you go to Nenorama on Patreon and become a patron. That supports this show and every other project that I work on. Nenorama on Twitter as well. Thank you so much for coming, and I'll see you next time.